Hello, my name is Tanner Ferreira, and today we're going to be talking about Antarctic sea spiders and the weird way that they breathe. First, I figured I'd include a picture of what an Antarctic sea spider looks like. As you can see, they look pretty creepy. A lot of scientists and biologists actually would disagree with me. They seem to, for whatever reason, think that they're pretty cute and interesting. So I can't understand that because these spiders, one, live underwater, and two, they grow up to the size of a dinner plate. So keep that in mind for the rest of the video. The source of the news article that I took was the New York Times. A quick summary of the article report and findings. Basically, as Antarctic sea spiders don't have lungs or gills, they use pores in their legs to respirate or breathe. The Arctic sea spiders have gonads and guts that pump blood in their legs because their hearts can't pump their blood. Their hearts reside in the main portion of their body in between all the legs, which is pretty small and wimpy, as you saw in that last picture. The legs take up most of the spider's size. And since the sea spiders do not have lungs or gills, it was hypothesized that the spiders were absorbing oxygen through their skin. However, it was found that the skin is a tough exoskeleton that doesn't allow oxygen absorption. So scientists instead proved that the spiders use pores on their legs to absorb oxygen through the water that they live in. And if you look on the right, there's a quick picture of what a spider's leg looks like. You can see the outside of the body, and then you can see the inside of the body, and in between, that's one of the legs, and you can see the large pores that the spider has in its legs. All right, now you might be asking yourself, what is respiration? I said it, didn't explain yet. So it's a process in living organisms involving the production of energy, usually with the intake of oxygen and the release of carbon dioxide. Us humans do that by breathing with our lungs. However, sea spiders, they do that through cutaneous respiration, which is a gas exchange process that involves their pores. Other animals like sea stars, they actually do it through their skin. They don't have pores. Right now, my primary source that the New York Times wrote their article based off of was from the Company of Biologists. It's a team of biologists that published their findings in the Journal of Experimental Biology. A quick summary of that. Since Antarctic sea spiders do not have gills or lungs, it was found that they respire cutaneously through pores in their legs. The sea spiders' exoskeletons are thick enough that they do not buckle under the intense pressure of the ocean, but also porous enough to allow adequate amounts of oxygen through. Scientists found that as sea spiders digested food, the guts in their legs contracted in waves, kind of like how our hearts beat. Because keep in mind, the sea spiders' hearts are way too wimpy to pump blood through their bodies. And so they realized that these waves actually help pump blood instead of the heart. And as we know, blood carries oxygen through the body. I actually made this figure myself to show you guys what it looks like when oxygen molecules diffuse through the pores in the spider's legs. So on the left side, that's the ocean water. The white dots are oxygen molecules, and they diffuse into in between the pores of the exoskeleton of the sea spiders. And then the sea spider uses that and then the guts to pump the oxygen molecules through the blood. Now, did New York Times accurately or inaccurately report the primary literature article? I would say accurately. I think that not as thorough an explanation as the Company of Biologists. Regardless, New York Times was capable of delivering the same information in a way simpler manner. They didn't include any graphs or figures that visually show how or how much the spiders could respire oxygen, but they still did a great job of explaining how without pictures. Here's a slide that shows some links for the pictures I used. And here's my works cited. And thank you for watching. Here's my credits, very short.